make sure before you're, criticizing somebody else on the field or want to tell somebody else what to do, make sure that you're doing your part. Guys, welcome back to Pitch Talk episode 2. One of the things that we need to talk about today is frustration. Because this is the game we all love. We're all passionate about it. And that's awesome, right? But if you're getting too frustrated on the field and your teammates are getting too frustrated at you and you guys are just at each other's necks, that's not helpful. And you're probably not going to be able to play to the best of your ability because you guys are in your own heads. You guys are all over each other, and you guys aren't clicking. And we see it with professionals too. We've seen examples where a player will get sent off. That's another thing. If you're so frustrated and the opponent knows that, they'll keep poking you and doing little things and they'll end up getting you sent off the field. Now, if you get sent off the field, then that's a negative to your team because now you guys have to play a man down. And what if it's a game that you're already losing? If the opposition sees that and they're a player like me, now if I see people getting frustrated on the opposite team, I'm gonna keep trying to frustrate that person in just little ways. Like I may bump them a little bit, or I may say, oh, you need to pass that. I mean, it's just if I see that a player is, not focused or they're getting frustrated, I like to turn it up on them just because I know like they won't make. It's probably more than likely that they'll end up making bad plays. And just know that there are people like that on the other team as well. They'll be looking for that. If you're getting frustrated, they'll try to capitalize on that, It's something that we all deal with as players, and it's something that I struggle with as well. Because sometimes I get frustrated, like, hey, like, come on, like, pass the ball. Let's make this play. Or like, oh, look to your left, look to your right, or, shoot it, or get back. And obviously, sometimes my teammates get frustrated with me because, they tell me I need to track back more, pass it sooner as well, or shoot, and I just think it's something that we have to figure out how to deal with in a positive way. Recently, what I've been trying is just try to and take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath and just try to really get back into the game, because I feel like when you focus on your breathing and you take those slow breaths, you can kind of slow down your mind and slow down the game. Because if you're frustrated and you're trying to rush things, I feel like you just end up making the same mistakes anyway. And then you're getting even more frustrated because you're like, oh, what's going on? I was able to make that pass, yesterday, or I was able to do this in the game before. Like, what's going on? Why can't I now? It's like if you have to find some way in your mind to help you move past that. You'd be like, come on, next play. And I feel like, that's something that I want to implement more, even with the teams that I play on, just being more positive, and just trying to energize the team, even if I'm feeling frustrated, just trying to think about how to move things forward in a positive way. You feel much better as a player when you know that your teammates, are backing you in a positive way and that they're behind you. And I feel like I definitely want to do more of that, and I want to encourage you guys to do more of that. All players make mistakes, even pros make simple mistakes. You'll see own goals, pass backs, weak passes, or miss wide open opportunities to get missed and things like that. Professionals do that, so you also understand that. We're not going to be perfect because they're not perfect. They're professionals. They're not perfect. So we're not going to be perfect either. I understand, the frustration that can happen. That's why I wanted to make this video, because I feel like if we can find out a way to deal with that, in a positive manner, to where we can just, breathe and be like, okay, like, it's all right. It's not the end of the world. Like, I don't have to get this frustrated. Like, let's just move forward. Let's just be positive and let's just keep going. I feel like that's really the key, because you're going to have those tough games. You're going to have those tough moments where you're going to feel frustrated. But I feel like the great players know how to feel that frustration, and let it out and move past it. Because I feel like if you just keep letting that bother you the rest of the game, you're just going to keep messing up, and you're just going to keep making yourself frustrated. You guys let me know in the comments below what you think of frustration on the pitch and how you deal with it. Like I said, I think it's super important. I think more people need to talk about it and, dive into it and really see, like, okay, how can I combat this getting frustrated on the field? Because probably the best advice that I've gotten on this is just to really make sure before you're, criticizing somebody else on the field or want to tell somebody else what to do, make sure that you're doing your part. And then when you're doing your part, try to help them and support them rather than, bring them down. And no matter how good you are as a player, it's still a team sport. So you're not going to be able to do everything by yourself. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about frustration, or just what things that you found to help you when you're feeling frustrated on the pitch. Drop those down in the comments below for people, because like I said, it's something that we're obviously going to have to deal with as players. We're going to have those frustrating moments, but we need to be able to move forward.